Welcome to my first sketchbook tour. I'm just going to go ahead and get into this. So, just to name off the stickers, I printed out a majority of these. This one came with a Garfield sticker that I bought. This is from a Spider-Man sticker pack. This is also from that Spider-Man sticker pack. And then I drew this one myself on like a packing label. Printed this one out. All of these are just like price tags. And then this one is a fortune cookie that I got. It says, "Your mind is filled with new ideas, explore them." Felt pretty fitting to put on a sketchbook, so I thought that was fun. And then, see if I can get this thing out of here. It's like a little page marker that I made, but the one, I also made this, it's like the no AI thing. And then this, it's like a necklace pendant, and it says, "Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images." It's one of the 10 commandments. Thought that was pretty funny to put in a sketchbook, so yeah. To start off with the first page, I don't do fancy intro pages for my sketchbooks. I work myself up too much, and I just cannot draw anything on them, so I turned them into a swatch page. And then I started it February 6th. And then technically I haven't finished it yet. It still has a couple of pages left, but I've already moved on to my new sketchbook, which is this one. So it's pretty much done. I'm probably not going to draw in it anymore. Also, I will say real quick, this was not supposed to be my main sketchbook. It ended up being my main sketchbook, but it was supposed to be just a rough ideas book. This guy was supposed to be my main sketchbook, but I ended up just hating the paper in it and hating how big it was. So I quit drawing in it and I just drew in this one. Also, this one is from Walmart. It was like $4. It's like the worst sketchbook money can buy. And no, I don't suggest it. The binding on this thing has completely given out. It is held together by hot glue. It is not good, and the paper is not good. So, no, I don't suggest it. Because people are going to ask. I do not suggest it at all. But more swatch pages. And then I drew this in history class. But it's just a bunch of different Spider-Men. And "Don't Stop Rockin'." There used to be a stop sign in my town that said this, and I loved it. Then the Spot. And Hobie. I love Hobie so much. This is lyrics from Rare American's Good Eats. And this is from McDonald's in the Pentagon. I love that song. It was so silly. And then this is my Sona that I don't draw him anymore. I need to draw him more, but he's just a floating hat with eyebrows and a bandana. I love this page so much. It's so pretty. Again, this is when it was an ideas book, so these are all just ideas for things that I was going to draw in this book and didn't. So, I've got eat your heart out, take a bite, teeth, meat, dog teeth, tentacles, milk jug. Also, I will say, I probably should have said this a minute ago. Warning, there is a lot of drawn meat, like semi-realistic meat, and a lot of a crap load of teeth. So if that stuff makes you uncomfortable, I just leave now. This is my OC Sage. Get ready to see more of him. He's usually not cubes, but I'm obsessed with drawing him in Cubism, so he is cubes this time around. And also this was drawn with these crayons, because I love drawing with crayons as well. And then just some fruit. I love the color palette of this, and I love this page. This is one of my favorite spreads. One of my other favorite spreads is also some Cubism, so. Beta fish. I got a fish a couple weeks after I drew this. I have some drawings of that fish later on in the sketchbook. But yes, I love beta fish and fish in general. They're so cute. And then this is my unnamed early 2000s emo band OC. She doesn't have a name. The other characters in this world do. I've been reworking their lore slightly and redrawing them, but they're not my main focus. And then, of course, got the Hot Topic and the MCR and Journeys. Also, I don't shop at Hot Topic that much. This is all the same receipt that I just cut up. I'm not rich enough to shop at Hot Topic that often. And then this page just stuck together. It's been like this since I got the sketchbook. I don't know. I don't know why. But I stuck a sticky note on there and it just stayed blank. And this is my OC Sage again. This is him in the Rockstar AU that I have for him. I draw him in that Rockstar AU more than I draw regular him. I drew this while a tornado was coming through town. That was interesting. There was just an active tornado outside, and I was just like, I must draw my OC. I don't care about the weather. But yeah, so got lettering and a cassette tape. I love cassettes. I just got a new cassette today. It's Loverboy. I love Loverboy, and I love cassettes. And then him smoking. All but one of these is him smoking. Don't smoke, people. And then I think this drawing right here was either referenced, I think it was referenced off of a photo of Kurt Cobain. I'm not sure. I think it was, though. This is, again, still when it was an ideas book. Redraw, thumbnailing, Moose Horse. Yes, I am a Magnus Archives fan. Sue me. And then a Jehovah's Witness pamphlet. It came in the mail, and I thought it was funny, so I stuck it in here. Fish. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a shrimp or... I think it's supposed to be a shrimp. I love shrimp. I have some pet shrimp. They're amazing. They're so cute. I love them. And sunfish, and I'm not even sure what that's supposed to be. My Taco Bell order. And then this thing unfolds. And it's anatomy studies. Tip, if you, for doing anatomy studies, just draw your OC or a character you're obsessed with's hair onto the anatomy study, so it's like you're drawing them. It's a cheat code for doing anatomy studies and making yourself want to do them. Also, that has a really good neck. I did well with that. I need to do more fold-outs like this. That's so much fun. This is my history classes, lecture, area, whatever it's called. I showed up like 30 minutes early and just drew the room because I was bored. And then this is my stereo. I love this piece of crap. It's so crappy, but it's amazing and it does the job. And it was $10, but that's my stereo. I love it. That's my old speakers for it. They were god-awful. And then this is my desk before I moved. I didn't move. I just took over my siblings' bedroom when they moved out. But that's what my desk used to look like. I also drew this in history class. Okay. Yeah. This is my OC Chip. I love her so much. She's so pretty. I need to draw her more. There's an eye under there. I love this chibi. These are like the best chibis I have ever drawn. I don't draw in that style very often, and these are just gorgeous. And then this flippy thing. I'm not sure what this is. My sister gave it to me. And bugs. There's not much to say about this page. Bugs. Also, it's not a good idea to paint the page of a very thin papered sketchbook with acrylic paint and then draw on it with just a regular like roller ball pen. It smeared everywhere. So that's not a good idea. Yeah, bugs. Oh, snail. I love snails. And more bugs. I love this little worm dude. He's so stupid. And then shrimp is bug. I didn't intentionally leave the H out of this, but it's funny, so I didn't care to correct it. Also, this little guy. I do love bugs. I love bugs so much. Especially weevils. Weevils are my favorite bug. Johnny Cash lyrics. And Queen. I actually turned this into a back patch for a, what's it called, a jeans jacket that I have. I love Queen. And then teeth. I drew this for Art Fight, or I drew it as practice before Art Fight, because this is my OC Winlin. I love her. She's like a sheep satyr. I need to fix her lore. This page got nothing drawn on it. I had an idea. It was going to be a follow-up to the McDonald's and the Pentagon page, and then I did nothing with it. This happens a lot. These are my, like, there's like a zombie apocalypse, but it's set in the 70s. But Murray's into like the disco scene, Jesse's kind of into like the hippie stuff, and Mary is a punk. So yeah, I love these guys, and I love these portraits. I think this is supposed to be a redraw of Jesse. I'm not sure. I think this is the design I ended up going with. And then I did nothing with this page. Willwood lyrics. I am a nerd. Not much else to say. But Willwood lyrics and Fishbones. I love Memento Mori. That's such a good song. Blank page. Blank page. This is the sticker that came off of a part that I had to put on my pickup because my pickup broke down. And then here's where we get into me going mildly insane. I had a moment one evening, and for like an hour and a half, I just drew boxes. These were all drawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages of boxes all drawn in the same evening. I had a moment, okay? And then these are guitars. I think most of these are based on my dad's old guitar, which is like right over there. It's very pretty. And then that's the amp that goes along with it. I love electric guitars. They're so pretty. More boxes, more teeth. Borzoi dog, because they're stupid looking. And then a fox. This is like the best semi-realistic animal I have ever drawn. It is so pretty. And then grapes. This is the return of the crayons again. I love drawing with crayons, and these are so pretty. It's just so pretty. My OC Sage again. I don't know if you can see this because of how lightly it's drawn on the page. I know my camera hates to pick up this like color of orange, but yeah. This was based on, I think it was a photo of Robert Plant, maybe? I think. I see that man's hair and I'm just like, oh, this looks like Sage. I must draw it. I must draw him. So. Red Dead Redemption. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I love this game so much. My sister actually gifted me some vinyl records of the soundtrack. And Allison, if you're watching this, thank you so much. I love those records. But yeah, Red Dead and some deer. I don't like this deer, but this one right here, it's so pretty. And I love whitetail deer aside from Red Dead. It just made me love them more. This was a gift for my mutual on Instagram. I'm probably gonna butcher their username, but it's stuck on you. I'll have to like type it out here. But they made a drawing for my birthday, so of course I had to make a drawing for their birthday. This is like a little keychain that they have, and they absolutely adore it, so I had to draw it for them. And then these are all just my OCs. Sage. Sage's father, Don. Sterling, you're going to be seeing more of him. Rune. This guy doesn't have a name, but he's this guy's friend. But yeah, I have like I love these sketches, but I also like kind of hate them. I don't know. I really like this one and this one. They're very pretty. Fish. And teeth. Yeah, I wanted to draw teeth, so I drew teeth. This was based on a photo I saw on Pinterest. I'm not sure what I based these on. Probably photos from Pinterest. That's like, if there's something in here, It's probably based on a photo from Pinterest. These are all drawings of my OC Oak. I was going to make a painting of him. Didn't do it. These are my OC Ricky. I played him for a D&D campaign, so I quickly doodled him to show everybody what he looked like. This is the emo band OC girl. Where did she go? Where is it? This is her again, except I don't like this drawing of her. It's kind of meh. Oh, this is when I bought my Fleetwood Mac shirt. I love that shirt so much, and I love Fleetwood Mac. I was going to use this coupon when I bought this shirt, and it was expired. I'm still mad about that. This drawing is covered up for a reason. We're not going to talk about it, but it's my OC Sterling. You can see him here again. It's really messed up. This is from when I bought my Back to the Future poster. This is from when I bought my Led Zeppelin poster. And in the same day, I also bought a Led Zeppelin t-shirt from Red Racks. I'm not that big of a Led Zeppelin fan, but I was just on a roll finding stuff, so. These are doodles of a tattoo that my sister ended up getting, actually. I drew these out for her, and I actually did make a finished piece of it, and she got it tattooed, which is really cool. And then this is an artist trading card I got. I'm not going to show the back of it because I think their phone number's on it. Then that's a postcard my sister sent me from St. Louis, I think. Sage again. And again. This one's supposed to look like a Polaroid, and I was like trying out a new style, and his face is too wide. I don't really like it that much. And then this one is very nice. I love this like side profile. It's very pretty. Sterling. This is him in the Rockstar AU again. He doesn't look like this exactly in this AU anymore, but it's close enough. This is his guitar and can tabs and stuff, and the sticker off of the Fleetwood Mac shirt that I bought. And Sterling again. I don't care for this drawing because he looks a little bit cross-eyed and his head's too big and his hands are too big. I don't know. It's just kind of messed up proportionally. I drew it at a like really severe angle, so it's just kind of messed up. And then this is the other price sticker off of my Led Zeppelin poster and just some random stuff. This is a stamp that came on a letter my sister sent me. It's a 1970 Dodge Challenger. I like old muscle cars. And then I got this Hot Wheels sticker like right around the same time. It's also like another muscle car that I thought was fun. Also, this is closer to what he looks like in the Rockstar AU now. I draw him with like semi-curly hair. Semi-curly but very greasy hair. I hate this page. I hate both of these, actually. I thought it was so cool to make a collage page out of pink food wrappers. And then it didn't work. But we got Pocky, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, ramen. And then like a Core Power drink packaging. I love those things. They're full of microplastics, but they're good. And then this is the wristband for when me and my friend went to a haunted house, I think. I think that's what that's from. And then Arizona green tea. I have one right here. It's the wrong shade of blue, teal color. I don't know. I don't like it. It was a good concept, but I will say this right now. I kind of went through an art block here, so there's just a couple of empty pages. And more boxes. Gotta love the boxes. Also, this is when I changed my fountain pen's ink. I unintentionally changed it from a black ink to this like blue ink. And I don't really like the blue ink, so I tried to use it up by doing this. This page has a lot going on. This is from when I went to Goodwill and got an absolutely legendary CD haul. And then there's some like Aldi Savers cutouts that I did with my Star Punch. I got this thing at a yard sale and I freaking love it. It's amazing. Star hole punch. And pomegranates and apples. I do love pomegranates. They're so good. And then this is from when my sister went to St. Louis and she took the page out of like the test the stamp thing and gave it to me. But yeah, I thought that was funny to put in there. My OC Sage again. No, let's just say, I think this one was referenced off of a photo of George Harrison, I want to say. I'm not sure. And then this is him as a woman. He's a very pretty woman, what can I say? Originally, this drawing was supposed to be John, and then halfway through it, I was just like, this doesn't look like John. So I just changed some of the features to make it Arthur, and it doesn't look like Arthur. Also, I referenced a photo of him in chapter 6, and like, my boy, or is it chapter 6? Yeah, it's chapter 6. But just, my boy, I'm saying. Okay, I came back and did this page. I did it October 30th. Yeah, it's just Don't Stop Rockin' Again. Dead End. I love street signs so much. Hate this page. I tried to do something, it didn't work. This isn't the worst. I just wish I would have filled it out more. Just little tiny doodles of cute things. So I play D&D with my friends every weekend, and I like to sit and sketch while we play. So this was all drawn during D&D. These are all of our drinks from the night, and then this is actually the telephone pole that's out in front of my friend's house. Or it's not, it's an electric pole that's out in front of their house. They were running late, so I gotta sit out there and draw for a minute. I think I drew these during like the same weekend. But just a bunch of little things. There's a lot going on here too. Got the maple seed pods and dice and drinks and fish and teeth. Really long snail. It has a really long snail. I drew this with these markers. I'm gonna say this now. I hate these markers. They're awful. They're water-based and they're super runny and streaky. And throughout the sketchbook, I tried to give them a chance several times, and I still hate them. But I just had a full moment where I was very happy, so I drew some happy stuff. I drew this later this evening, or later that evening. And this is my OC Sterling. Again, this is him in the Rockstar AU. This is when I bought my Queen shirt. I love that shirt so much. And then there's this price tag. This is the size thing off of it. And Def Leppard lyrics. This is from Rock of Ages. I love Rock of Ages. I just love Def Leppard in general, honestly. Yeah, they're such a good band. I freaking love Def Leppard. Okay, this is when I made I made a TikTok, and I wrote this all out for it, and that TikTok blew up. I didn't expect that, but just because I was just like, whoa. So I didn't want to touch this, so I just left it here because I was kind of like a big deal. It's kind of what got my account off the ground. More crayon drawings, and again drew them with these. And then this was drawn with these awful freaking markers again. You can see how streaky this one is, especially ooh, ugh, that's bad. This is my OC Rook. I love him. I love him so much. He's a baker, so I drew him with a bunch of different food and a Taco Bell receipt. Some more boxes, and then this is one of my TVs. I love it. It's so little and small, and my Atari, and my Instamatic, fuzzy dice, guitar, lamp, all that stuff. I need to draw from life more often. It's very fun. I don't know what possessed me to draw with lines like this, but I kind of like it. It's kind of fun. It's kind of funky. And then because of how much it bled onto this page, I just left it blank. Over the Garden Wall. I love Over the Garden Wall so much. And because it was October, I rewatched it, so I decided to draw the beast. This thing is so haunting. Whoever designed the beast, all props to you, because you did a good job. I think it's haunting. And then teeth. I love how these kind of look like they glow in the dark. They don't. They're just drawn with like a really fluorescent green, but they look like they glow in the dark, and that's very cool. So this is some like concept doodles for non-Rockstar AU Sage, just regular him. And then this is from when Vogue Race reached out to me, and they let me make some stuff in exchange for a video. It was very cool. I made those keychains and then some stickers of my sister's fish, Angus. Originally I was going to put him in make it a shaker keychain, so you could shake him around in like a fish bag, but it was easier to just make him as a keychain. These are just some concepts for stuff that I thought about doing. This is like my OC Sage's extended family tree. I'm not going to get into that now. We'll be here for a while if I do. And then these are doodles for my Meet the Artist. I still have yet to make this. I'm going to like make it either tomorrow or tonight because I need to get it made for New Year's, because I put a new one on New Year's every day. Or every year on New Year's. Forgot how to talk. But there's a list of like some of my favorite bands. Yeah. It's mainly just a bunch of rock bands, because I like rock music. I have a love-hate relationship with this page. It's good, but also it's okay enough. But I drew some pumpkins, because again, it was October. Oh. And I drew this, and then immediately went, I have to draw more tomatoes, and drew this. So, tomatoes. And again, they were drawn with these suckers. So I don't like it because I drew it with the markers that I don't like. I do like this page on the other hand though, because my sketchbook has pressed it flat, but the tomatoes are supposed to be 3D. So I do like that page. More crayons. This is from when I got this crayon pack, which has the dandelion crayon in it, and I love that color of yellow. So love that pack. But I drew some mushrooms and more pumpkins. This is from when I got really sick. I think it was either COVID or pneumonia or something along those lines. I was horribly sick for like 2 or 3 weeks. It was awful. But to comfort myself, I drew Sage wrapped up in a blanket with some tea, because I was surviving on tea for most of those 2 weeks. And then I drew a little chibi him all wrapped up and cozy in a blanket. And then this is one of the teas I had, and I drew a little tea bag. Then I drew him again, and I do love cinnamon. I love cinnamon very much. And I also really like this drawing of him. It's so pretty. Teeth. I love these teeth. This page is just kind of insane looking, and I love it. It's good. I don't have any other comments on it. I love it. And meat. I don't draw very much meat in this sketchbook. I've drawn a lot in my other ones. But yeah. Got I think it's a ribeye is what it's called. Actually, for as much as I draw steaks, I don't like eating steaks, which is kind of odd. Didn't finish this spread. I was going to put like a croissant here and then didn't. It's very cute. And then Elton John. I was going to turn that into like one of these pins, and I didn't because my pin maker broke. Hobie. Oh, I love Spider-Punk. This was kind of experimental, and I was trying to be really rough and loose with it. And like, his head is kind of weird. It doesn't look right. But for being experimental and for how quickly I drew it, I do like it. This was based on an old Doc Martens ad I saw. That's about it. It's just an old Doc Martens ad that I saw, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, I want to draw it. So I drew it. And Sterling again. This little shithead. My gosh. I love adding little weird guys to my sketchbook, because I forget I drew them. They're so goofy. But yeah, just Sterling Rockstar AU. I love this spread. We got teeth, we got vertebrae, we got more teeth, we got more teeth, and we got more teeth. What isn't there to love? Like, come on. Also, this is drawn on top of my history notes. I don't have that class anymore, so I don't need the notes from it, so I'm just like, I'm gonna draw some teeth on it. I don't know what, I don't know what possessed me for this page. But I drew my Kodak Easy Share, and then I think that camera's from like 2000, like somewhere in the early 2000s, and I was just like, oh, early 2000s technology, let's draw an iPod, and like Windows XP, or 95, I think it's XP, and a floppy disk, and MTV, and yeah, so 2000 spread, and more 2000s related stuff. This is the singer for said emo band. His name's Rain. He is a little shit. There's no other way to describe him. He's a little shit. But I love this outfit that I put him in, and this little chibi is freaking adorable. Just him with his little iPod and his skinny jeans, because he's a millennial. This is Vince. This is my fish. I love Vince. He's such a little weirdo. I love this stupid fish. I don't know what I was gonna do with this page. Just blank. Lettering. I needed to have done more lettering in this sketchbook, and I'm sad I didn't. So I just took it out on this page pretty much. And bucket. Arm practice, anatomy practice. I need to do this more often, honestly. I'm so bad at drawing arms. And more anatomy practice, and more anatomy practice. And boxes, and lines, and boxes. And shapes and lines, and shapes and lines. And this was so hard to do, but so fun. So fun. So this is my OC Sage, and I decided to draw him in Cubism again, because I love drawing him, making Cubism drawings of him. And I did this, and this is the most gorgeous drawing. It's so pretty. I love it. I love it. And then this is him again, but without the mustache, and it looks so wrong. He needs his stupid little mustache, and this was all drawn with crayons again. More lettering, but I don't like this lettering. It's not good lettering. In a traffic cone. Ooh. Ooh. This is actually the packing slip. I was trying to do what I did here, and I failed at it. I don't like this. Don't like this either. I tried to go full on, just whatever the style is called, and it didn't work. These are all drawings of me. We got me and my leather jacket with my glasses on, and all of my little pins. And then we got a chibi me. I don't know why I drew myself looking so upset, but I don't know who I saw do something like this, but I really wanted to do it too. And then as you can see, I did not do it. And I tried to come up with a spider Sona. And I kind of like it. I don't know. I feel like it needs a different pair of headphones. But I do kind of like it. So, this is based on a scene from Adventure Time, where Jake is having a full moment, and he says, as long as I know the shape of my soul, I'll be alright. And I saw an edit set to that on TikTok, and it was just perfect. I loved it. So I drew this, just vomiting everything in my head out onto the page, and I made a video of it. If you want to see the video of me drawing this, it's up on there. Bye, Dove. I know nothing about Pokemon, I will say that right now, but I played Pokemon Go for like 2 weeks during my second semester at college, and I caught this guy at one of the Pokestops there, and immediately fell in love with him, because, like, it's so stupid looking. It is the most stupid looking little creature on the planet, and I love it. And I know it's a dove, but I drew some pigeons, because it got me thinking about pigeons, because it looks like a pigeon, so I drew this to compare. Somehow this one looks even dumber. I've got the hiccups. Again, more Sage. I love this drawing of him. It's so pretty. And this one's okay. These two, no. This one, no. These two, though, yes. And then this is a Howl's Moving Castle redraw that I need to redraw the redraw. I also love this page. It's just fruit. What can I say? I love fruit. I love fruit so much. It's very pretty. This page has a long story behind it, but short story of it, I found this rock band that's from the 60s that has, like, I'd never heard of them before, but they're called Apple, and they have one album that's called An Apple a Day, and they're actually not half bad. But yeah, just this little nothing rock band from the 60s that lasted for, like, barely a year. So I drew some apples, and then these are lyrics from one of their songs. I don't remember which song, but I love this. It's so pretty. Didn't finish this page. It was supposed to be vampire teeth biting into a heart, and it said eat your heart out. Didn't finish it, though. Happens. More fruit. And Zootopia. I still haven't watched the new one. I really like these olives, though. They're very pretty. Then eggs. I love drawing eggs, and I hadn't done it for so long, so I decided to do some more. There's about to be more eggs. Spider-Punk. I love this drawing of him so much. Originally, I was going to do it with this Posca marker, but it's starting to run out of ink, so I did it with acrylic paint instead. So it wouldn't dry properly, because it's acrylic paint. And it just smeared all over the place. And it looks so cool. And then we got the lettering and all of this and a little chibi and can tabs. And also, didn't do this earlier, I needed to have done that. The spikes fold in to keep them from getting damaged. This is my OC Rook. I didn't finish this page, and I don't want to talk about it. More cubes. I forgot how to draw noses for a minute, so I did some practices. This is, again, Sage. Sage and Cubism. I will say I drew most of this with my left hand because I'd hurt my right wrist, so I was determined to draw, so I drew with my left hand, and I drew this with my left hand, mostly, except for the line art. I did do that with my right hand. Eggs. So this is from when Shuttle Art sent me their markers, and I drew these eggs with them. And I will say real quick, for brush tips, I actually really like these. Usually I hate brush tip markers, but I love these ones. And it helps that they were free. But I actually really like these markers. They're awesome. I've been using them constantly. But yeah, drew a bunch of eggs with it. I actually need to fill out the rest of this page. It feels like there's something missing. Loaches, and this is, I will say, this is kind of where the sketchbook ends. Yeah, Coolie Loaches, because I love them, and I made a thing for my sister for Christmas that involved painting Coolie Loaches, so I did this as practice. And then Sage again. This was definitely referenced off of a photo of Robert Plant. Oh! Where is it? Where is he? Where is he? I don't know. Anyway, this is the blue-haired guy's friend. But I really liked this drawing, and I was so scared to ruin it by coloring it, so it's just kind of living here uncolored. So, Sage again, and then this is from when I did the As trend, you know, Adult Swim. Ooh. And I just stuck it in here, and then this is from when Joann's was closing. Me and my sister ran in there to buy some stuff, and the receipt came out yellow. I don't know why it came out yellow, but that was weird, so I kept it. And these are just doodles. And a smiley face. And this is an envelope just full of, like, you know, business cards and doodles that were not good enough to make the final cut of the sketchbook. But yeah, that's pretty much this entire sketchbook. It took me, if I can do math, I think 9 months? Yeah, 9 months to finish it, from front to nearly back. It's still got 10 pages left in it, but it's a 110-page sketchbook, so I filled 100 pages. I'm calling that good enough. But yeah, I moved on to this sketchbook now, and I'm like 10 pages into it so far. And this is what the cover of it looks like. My little Marlboro sketchbook. So I guess if I make another sketchbook tour, this is probably going to be the next one you see. Unless, if this gets enough traction, I might do a tour of this sketchbook, which is the one that came before this one. If this gets enough views, I will. This sketchbook is atrocious. Only like the last 10% of it is actually any good. So I don't really want to show it, but if this gets enough views, I might show it. And if enough people show interest in it, I might do a tour of it. I don't know, but the next tour is probably going to be this one, so thank you for watching this. You're a saint if you made it through this video. I'm sure it's going to be like an hour long, so thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Bye.